We welcome you to beautiful Case Arena for the second night in a row. Only this night, just one game. It's the Hot Dogs versus the West Lafayette Red Devils. Again, here in Frankfort, Indiana. Beautiful Case Arena, joined by Joe Rook. I am Sean Walker. We are so glad that you are with us this evening for this battle. Longtime competitors, West Lafayette and Frankfort. It's puppy power night as well. You see the young future cheerleaders for these Frankfort Hot Dogs. Joe, last night we saw Frankfort go against a very tough Crawfordsville squad, a team that has now defeated both of these teams that we're going to see here tonight. Frankfort a little undermanned, but we had a good night from Doug Wood and from Victor Cruz.
Well, he did. Frankfort had 3 players reach double digits last night, Wood and Cruz, and let's see, who was the third one? I'll get him just a second here. Farley. 3 players hit double digits last night, and they're going to need that tonight plus, I think. So hopefully the offense gets rolling. The one thing I wanted to say about our offense, I think Frankfort now needs to really concentrate working in what I'm going to call the mid-range jump shots. Kind of maybe a lost art in this game, but I don't think Frankfort's going to make their living out on the three-point line, and they're going to have some trouble underneath because West Lafayette has a gentleman by the name of Divine Ananuju, who is 6 foot. Let me get him right here.
6'6".
6'6". So with Victor Cruz, our underneath guy at 6'1", we might have a little trouble there. But and Hot Dogs like to switch defense between zone and man-to-man, and so it's going to be a handful for the Hot Dogs handling him man-to-man.
You see that there, and as they talked about with Divine Adianju on the squad, and Donovan Loudermill is the leading scorer for this West Lafayette squad, and head coach Jacob Van Arsdale. And we'll learn more about both of these teams. We're going to step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll get our starting lineups and tip right after this. Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a 3rd season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com.
You
can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
We're so glad you're joining us tonight on this Saturday night in Frankfort, Indiana, where the Hot Dogs play host to the West Lafayette Red Devils. Just got an awesome rendition of the national anthem from the pep band here at Frankfort. I want to say congratulations to the 35 band and orchestra students who qualified for the state solo ensemble. As you get a look there at the West Lafayette starters, Benny Speaker, Jack Montez, Divine Adianju, Jackson Fry, and Donovan Loudermill. That'll round out the starting 5 for second-year head coach Jacob Van Arsdale, who took over for longtime tenured David Wood, who retired back in 2021. Van Arsdale 11-28 in his second year at the school. Red Devils are 6-9 this season. They are coming in on a 1-game winning streak. They defeated North Montgomery, another Sagamore Conference team, 49-43, back on January 24th. Here's a good look at number 5, the 6'6", Divine Adianju. Watch out for number 20 tonight, as Loudermill comes in leading the team at 16.4 points per contest and shoots almost 40% from the three-point line. Young man can stroke it for sure.
He's a good shooter, obviously. As you mentioned, 40% from the three-point line, over 50% on the two-point field goals, and free throw, 73% there. So, and he also leads the team in assists. So he's the do-it-all for the West Lafayette Red Devils.
For the Frankfort Hot Dogs, they dim the lights, they bring out the strobes, the students, the band, they all got their phones rocking. It's like we're at a concert tonight, Joe.
That's right. It's the grand finale. Here we go.
Your starters tonight, the same as last night. Number 2, Doug Wood. 11, Quincy Perry. Chris Russell, Victor Cruz, and Alex Farley. Again, last night, Wood, Cruz, and Farley all in double figures for Frankfort. They're going to need more of that offensive firepower tonight if the Hot Dogs look to get their 9th victory of the season. Frankfort comes in at 8-7 after last night's defeat, but they are still winners. 7 of their last 9. This Frankfort team's played really well lately. For, you say first-year head coach at Frankfort, but long-time tenured, 38 seasons, 39 this year if you count it, for Coach Dave McCullough.
And I think Coach McCullough, he's doing an excellent job with this team. He's doing a fine job. The last weekend, kind of a rough one where Frankfort has lost a couple of their starters. So it's probably been a tough week at practice, getting everybody kind of reacclimated what their roles are going to be. And we had a rough one last night, but certainly looking forward to getting back on the right track tonight.
Our officials for tonight's varsity contest, Terry Baker, Mike Harlow, and Steve Hoffman. You see the officials' names on the screen. It'll be Victor Cruz jumping it up against Davin Adianju. Divine, excuse me. I was so worried I was going to get his last name wrong that I got the first name wrong.
We let everybody know we may go with him a DA a few times here tonight. But
Loudermill, I controlled the tip there for West Lafayette. Frankfort does come out in that 2-3 zone, Joe. We saw him implore that last night.
Yes. Sometimes they like to trap out of that zone. Tonight it looks straight out.
They look down low, and Divine Adianju has the first field goal for West Lafayette there on the board, 2-0.
Made it look awful easy that time. The Red Devils did.
I want to thank all of our viewers, Frankfort and beyond, and even Frankfort alumni Mark Stoops, who's tuning in tonight from Florida, as Quincy Perry hits the jumper on the baseline to tie things up.
Good job by Quincy. Saw the big guy coming at him, stopped, took the 10-foot jumper, knocked it down. Good start for the Hot Dogs.
Mark Stoops, a 1981 graduate, Frankfort High School. Played on the 12-9 team that senior season. We're going to take you down memory lane tonight. Somebody broke out the history of Frankfort Hot Dogs basketball tonight. Well, I shouldn't say someone. Richard Salee broke out the book. I own one. I just haven't been able to find it recently. Taken away by Wood down low. Frankfort looks to push.
Good steal.
Wood down the lane. Blocked, but it went in anyway.
That's kind of odd. I thought that might have been a goaltend, but no whistle. But Doug Wood made it count. 4-2 Dogs. Early start here.
Frankfort, an early lead. Loudermill, the leading scorer for West Lafayette's jumpers off the mark. Wood on the rebound. Here comes Russell. Farley up, 3, got it. What a start for Frankfort. Take another look here in transition.
That's a good transition. Farley had his feet set, got things rolling, good shot and rhythm. And I said earlier, Frankfort shouldn't live or die by the three-pointers, but they should, if they're open, be sure and take those 3. And that was a great shot there by Alex Farley.
This timeout in the action is brought to us by our friends at Healthy Communities of the Clinton County Coalition. After 15 years, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. I thank Laura Archibald and her staff and all of our sponsors here on the ISC Sports Network. But without them, we wouldn't be able to cover the amount of games that we do over the course of the season.
Yeah, they do a fine job out there.
So Frankfort came out and landed a couple haymakers early. We're 2 minutes in. It's a 5-point lead for the Dogs. Coach Van Arsdale out of the timeout. Got a player going down, and this one doesn't look good. An injury here to number 4, Jack Montez.
Does not. Hopefully it's just a little tweak.
Obviously not a doctor or a nurse. Hate to speculate, but
yeah,
going down the baseline, you see the slip here. Oh, ankle. Yeah, it looked like a twisted right ankle there. Hopefully Jack's okay, not only to come back into this game, but get back on the floor quickly for his Red Devils team. Jack's a very integral part of what they do. Does a little bit of everything for this squad. 6.2 points, 4 rebounds, almost 3 assists per contest.
Very solid player. One of those role players that you love to have. Good to see him up walking off.
Take him to get some treatment on the bench. Checking in for him was number 10, Ben Worth.
West Lafayette starting out in man-to-man this evening.
Ben Worth, the only freshman for West Lafayette that gets playing time here. Perry looks low to Wood. Wood with the quick kick out to Farley. Three on the way. Farley had one earlier. He's got another one here.
Big time shot, Alex Farley from downtown.
Farley shooting over 30% on the season from 3. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Adeyanju backs down Cruz and spins and gets it in.
That's going to be a handful tonight for the Dogs.
How much of that, Joe, becomes let him get his and stop everybody else?
That's a great point, Sean. That may what need to happen.
Farley dishes to Wood. Wood up. He's got his second field goal. Love the way the Dogs are sharing the basketball tonight.
Good feed, Alex Farley. Got the defensive player up in the air and fed it over to Wood for layup.
8-point early lead for Frankfort. Almost halfway through this first quarter of action. That one knocked out of bounds. Last touch by West Lafayette.
West Lafayette already with 3 turnovers. They come in averaging only 12 turnovers a game, so they take care of the ball. That's kind of one of their good points. So good to get the Hot Dogs to get 3 turnovers quickly.
When these two teams played a year ago, Frankfort defeated West Lafayette in a close one, 71-69. This West Lafayette team, as we said, 6-9 on the season. 2 of those losses, though, to Harrison. Just a few miles away from them over in West Lafayette. Russell shot no. Tipped out of bounds, last touch by Worth. And if you're going to lose to somebody, Harrison's probably a team that's not too bad.
Yeah,
They've only got 2 losses on the
I
season.
think they're pretty solid this year. Yeah, they're really good.
One of those losses came to Kokomo. Down low, Cruz battling, using his body.
Good job. Victor Cruz, once again, he had a really good game last night, I thought. He did a lot of good things for Frankfort. Glad to see him get that first one to go down the night, get a good start.
This is Benny Speaker with the ball, number 3 for West Lafayette. Benny gets the screen. Thought about the jumper from the top of the key, and Farley with nice closeout defense. Cruz knocks it out of the hands of...
We may get a foul. I think we do.
So a little late whistle there,
Yeah.
but not a bad call as you see the replay.
Yeah. Victor got his hand in there. That's one thing that we just don't need to be reaching in there and picking up cheap fouls like that.
Good-looking stroke from the 6'6 senior. Gets 1 of 2 at the line. Quincy ahead to Farley. Farley scoops it up, can't get it over the rim. Here comes Worth the other way for West Lafayette. The recipe early and often has been feed the big fella.
Yeah.
Although West Lafayette trails 14-5. Joe, you know what else impressed me so far is they're in that zone defense, but Frankfort not giving up any offensive rebounds either.
So far, so good. That's one of the keys of the zone, or at least that's what you hope for, is to be able to get in there and get your defensive rebounds.
Wood in the lane, tries to play through Adianju. Gets blocked.
That's a tough shot.
Extra pass, Worth, 3, rattles out. Cruz with another board. Good hard screen there from Cruz. Good defense though. Jackson Fry. You hear names like Fry and Speaker and immediately you start thinking football. Coach Shane Fry, John Speaker, the offensive coordinator. Loudermill knocks one down.
That's one guy we don't want to get going is Loudermill. We'll try to keep the wraps under him.
Leads West Lafayette with over 16 points per game. He's finally on the scoreboard here about 6 minutes into the first quarter. Perry, top of the key. In the lane, runs out of real estate. Loose ball. West Lafayette on it, but surrounded. Farley, mid-range jumper. No, Wood tried to corral it and cannot. Last touch by Frankfort. Pair of subs for West Lafayette. It'll be number 2, Nico Rumbakis, and number 21, Michael Lynch. Speaker will set it up for the Red Devils on this possession. Rumbakis, one of those guys that brings a lot of energy off the bench for West Lafayette. He was the kicker on the football team. Good pass, but Perry there with the block. Going the other way. Speaker trying to find a teammate. We're going to get a foul on the floor here. Look at that last block.
That was Perry, right?
Yeah, Perry said, how dare you throw a party and not invite me?
Take that.
This is my block party.
Mr. Devine. Don't bring that stuff in here.
Speaker lines up a 3. Can't get the shooter's roll. Perry loses it. It was a heater that time. Throw it out. I can't believe he even caught it. This 3 from Worth knocked down. Just like that, a 3-point game now. Frankfort was up. A nice little margin, but back-to-back buckets from distance for West Lafayette has cut into this lead. 6-0 run.
That's the beauty of the three-pointers. Can bring you back quickly. Frankfort probably looking to take the last shot of the quarter here.
Farley down the lane, finds Wood. Wood, reverse, nice move.
I think that was a good idea. Don't wait till the last shot.
Frankfort up 5. West Lafayette trying to cut into that lead. Farley knocks it loose. 3 on the way. Worth hit it 1 a minute ago. He gets another one here. Back-to-back triples from Ben Worth with a little bit of Doug Wood sprinkled between that. And your final after one, 16-14. We'll take a break. When we come back, second quarter action on the ISC Sports Network.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book. Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
After that commercial, why not talk more about Ardente Dental, where they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Their team is all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. They provide the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only for you but for your family and friends as well. Give them a call at 765-654-7222. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. There were some healthy smiles in that first quarter for Frankfort fans.
That was a good first quarter. Both teams, I thought, played hard and well. Frankfort got off to a good start.
Cruz lines up a three. Off the top of the backboard and back in.
Excellent.
Why not?
That's exactly how you draw it up.
Victor Cruz with 5. The lead is 5.
Frankfort sticking with their zone defense.
They look down low. Lynch powers through the contact and gets one to go.
Got that ball in the middle there to DA. That's going to be a right there. Good pass by Ananaju. West Lafayette opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. Doug Wood to the bench with his second foul.
And in case you wondered, that is why you spend time in the weight room. Michael Lynch just showed you. Power through and finish. Free throw attempt rattles out though. West Lafayette just 1 of 3 to start from the line. So Wood comes out with the fouls, as you mentioned, and it'll be Caden Jarman, number 24, who checks in. Now a turnover on Frankfort.
Frankfort's third turnover in this first half. Caden Jarman giving Frankfort a little bit of size. He'll have his hands full. And let's see what he can do. Maybe he can help out underneath there.
Rumbakis, kick over. Worth's already got 2 threes. Perry skies for the rebound, and then you get a foul here, and it's going to be against Rumbakis.
It's West Lafayette's first foul of the game. Went the first quarter and didn't pick up a foul. Team foul.
Farley being checked by Rumbakis. Cruz with it out top. Over to Jarman. Look down low for Perry that time and pass a little wide of the mark. That's a tough angle there on that entry pass.
That was. Plus, so Ananuju had his long arms out there. That was a tough one to get around.
Loudermill puts it on the deck. Mid-range jumper, knocks it down. Well, that's pretty.
Good looking jump shot there, wasn't it?
5 now for Loudermill. Just a junior for this ball club, already leading the team in scoring. He's got another year to punish opponents.
He has a good looking jump shot, that's for sure.
Offensive foul here, and Rumbakis bringing the energy. 5'7", but he's got a heart that makes him about 6'8".
Yeah, you can tell he's a little spark plug for the Red Devils. Fouls on Alex Farley, picked up his first foul.
Got a great student crew with us tonight from Hot Dog TV, helping bring the sights, the graphics. Talk about a spark plug. We got Madison Cook working with us tonight. Don't make her mad.
She's a bully.
3 steals per game for the Lady Hot Dogs. She might come up here and take your lunch, Joe.
I know it.
West Lafayette now with a 20-19 lead. Speaker set to check back in. Jackson Fry coming back in. We're seeing quite a bit of rotation for West Lafayette. Frankfort really sticking with their original 5. Going. Substitution we've seen is Jarman coming in, and that's because Wood picked up 2 early fouls. Frankfort on a back-to-back tonight. We'll see if fatigue checks in later. Boy, Perry's hit the floor numerous times tonight. Loudermill from the corner.
Jeez,
He's got a stroke.
Good looking stroke for sure.
What was a 14-5 lead is now a 23-19 turnaround. 4-point lead now for West Lafayette.
Wow. The one thing, watching this game, and I look up, and what you talked about too, West Lafayette coming this game at 6-9. They look a lot better than a 6-win team.
They really do. They've played some tough competition this season. Rensselaer Central is a team that's 11-5. They've played them twice. They will play Central Catholic twice. They got them coming up again. They played Harrison twice. They played Crawfordsville. Crawfordsville was on fire that night. They outscored them 74-46. So it's been a tough season for West Lafayette, but I'm with you. They might be the best 6-9 team in the area.
They look pretty solid here. Good start for them, too.
Told you we'd be taking a little trip down memory lane. My counterpart tonight, Joe Rook, ranks number 27 on the all-time scoring list. 930 career points. Congratulations on that.
Hey, thank you, sir. That's good to know. Good to know.
You had a nice senior season, averaged 20 points per game. The team went 23-2, undefeated in Sagamore Conference play.
That was a good year. We really had a good team, enjoyed playing with the guys. We had a good fun year.
Other notable names on that team: Mick Isgrig, Brian Ewing, Craig Gallipo, all those guys in the top 30 to 35 on the scoring list. You were the senior that year, though, so that was your team. Those younger guys had to, had to look up to you.
I'm not sure they believe that, but that sounds good.
If I say it, it's true.
There you go. I'm with you.
Turnover gives the ball back to Frankfort, trailing by 4. I read also, when doing some research, I like to know who I'm working with. Lafayette all-area first team that season as well. Had your name attached to that.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
You can gloat a little. It's okay.
It was fun. It was fun. And we had a strong Lafayette area group that year, too.
Speaker finds Rumbakis. Rumbakis is 3. Short. Perry keeps it alive, and now Frankfort.
Good hustle on that rebound by Perry. Stuck with it. Kept it alive for Frankfort to get their hands on it.
Russell had a nice night against Clinton Central last weekend. Struggled a little bit offensively last night. Frankfort will look to make up about 25 points per game after losing Kai Kirby to injury. Another starter that is no longer with the team. A little undermanned, but they're starting to find their way through this. They already look better than they did last night,
absolutely.
In my opinion.
Yeah, they do.
Adeyanju comes up with the offensive rebound and then gets fouled by Cruz. That'll be number 2 on Victor Cruz.
See the rebound there. Caden Jarman had his hands on it, got knocked loose. Victor Cruz, not much he could really do there. Picked up his second foul.
That free throw rattles out for Adeyanju. He's got 7 points in tonight's contest. Substitutions take place. It looks like Jarman
got a
little blood there. Yeah. He's going to have to come out or at least get some treatment here. Coach is going to take a timeout to see if they can get that cleaned up. Maybe ice the free throw shooter just a little bit as well. We don't mind timeouts. Gives us a chance to thank our sponsors. We love them. Let's talk about FiberHawk, where you can get business internet. Not just internet, fiber internet from FiberHawk. Super fast speeds, no more buffering. Perfect for all sizes of business. Give them a call at 765-922-HAWK or go to fiberhawk.com for more information. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. A little more history for you, why not?
Yeah. I was always a fan of history. Let's lay it on me.
Father-son duos. Your father played at Frankfort as well, correct?
He did.
We saw his name in the book earlier. I said, hey, tell me, how's Ed related to you? He said, that's my father.
Yep.
We also had.
He was a hot dog playing back when the Dogs were in the North Central Conference.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days. And Howard Hall, the North Central
Conference. A few moons
Conference.
ago, just a few.
Just a few.
Yeah, Andy Foster, the all-time leading scorer in Frankfort history. Him and his father, Mike Foster, they're in the top 30 all-time. Both of them with Andy at number 1. Mike coming in at 27, 28, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Ron Best, Travis Best, another father-son duo, checking in at number 4 and number 8, respectfully. Then you got the Isgriggs. Mick was a teammate of yours, graduated a few years after you did. Mm-hmm. And then Dakota came through and graduated in 2013. He got in that 1,000-point scoring club as well.
Those are some good ball players there. Good rebound, Quincy Perry. Not so good on the dribble part.
Run out the other way, nope. Perry's been very tenacious tonight on the glass and defensively.
Let's see if Frankfort's kind of needing a bucket here. We've kind of hit a little lull in the action.
They got out to 14 really quick. So far just 3 points in the second quarter. Perry, 3, was dead on.
Just a little hard. To give West Lafayette some credit on their defense, they've kind of ratcheted up that man-to-man. I think that's causing Frankfort some problems.
Russell looks for Farley. Now a moving screen maybe against Frankfort. Yeah. That's 31 Jaden Skinner. Speaking of history of Frankfort basketball, we talked about Travis Best a minute ago. That was his number when he played, 31.
It was.
So Jaden Skinner rocking the number 4 all-time leading scorer in school history and the number 1 assist leader. I believe he's up there in steals as well. Travis had a well-rounded career here at Frankfort before going to play at Louisville and then finishing his career at Purdue. Adianju rocking the rims here at Case Arena.
Flushed it down. Flushed her down. Well,
6-point deficit now for Frankfort.
Frankfort in need of a basket bad.
Good pass down low, Skinner. Put the ball on the floor. Adianju with 2 quick hops there. Almost like a pogo stick. He hit the floor and was right back up again. Perry struggling to find his footing tonight.
Yeah. West Lafayette's moving their feet. A lot of hands in there on defense.
21 Michael Lynch will check in. They'll get Loudermill out. Give him a rest. Get it into Jarman. They go back to Russell, but the pass off the mark. Here comes the freshman Worth. He's got a pair of threes. They were big shots, too, that really started that run for West Lafayette. Perry on the theft. With Cruz out, Perry's kind of assuming that aggressive rebounding role down low right now for Frankfort. Spin, no. The push ahead. Lynch, spin.
Excellent move. Just didn't get a finish, but I love that move.
Well, I tell you, there's times where you go to the theme park and you get on one of those rides that spin, and sometimes you pick out the seat that doesn't spin so bad, and the next time you get it so bad that you want to throw up. That's what that one was.
Big 3-point basket by Farley.
Farley knocks down the 3.
His third 3 of the night.
That was a nice move by Lynch, but, man, he made me dizzy up here.
Yeah, good pick there, too. Turnover.
Perry gets the steal. Loose ball foul against West Lafayette.
Frankfort only trailing here 25-22 and only able to score 6 points this quarter. Feel lucky to be only down 3 right now with basically a minute to go here before half. See if we can get another basket or two, Sean. Keep that really tight here at halftime.
Frankfort, they like to take some momentum into the half if they can. At the half, stay tuned because we'll have our halftime show. We'll also feature some of that power puff or what?
Puppy power.
Puppy power. I'll get it right eventually.
Yeah.
I had to look for help there. That's why you never work alone.
Good job, Caden Jarman, sticking with it. Missed the first one, got the rebound tip in. 1 point game.
Jarman helping out his teammate just like you did a moment ago.
There you go.
We'll give you the assist.
Excellent.
I saw your name on the all-time scoring list.
If that'd help me move up the list, I'm happy.
I don't know where you were at on the assist list. I'd have to look at that again. West Lafayette looks content to try to hold for the final shot here. Near steal by Russell. Speaker steps into one. No. Adianju there. No. Frankfort full court. He will not count after the buzzer. A 1 point game at the half. Frankfort, much better showing tonight. Trailing by 1. West Lafayette 25-24. We'll step aside. We'll be back right after this.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line?
Stankin looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
We're in the land of the hot dogs, but tonight it's puppy power.
They are getting them lined up. You can see them out there lining up. Everybody.
If the hot dogs are like Scooby-Doo, then this is the Scrappy-Doo of everything, right? That's the smaller version.
Right. That's the smaller version, right? And they're
future cheerleaders.
They got a good little numbers out there tonight. They're trying to get them organized, getting them lined up.
I always love this as a parent. My girls are older now. One graduated, the other's a junior in high school. But these nights were always the nights that were fun where you get to come out.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their phones out filming.
Absolutely.
Then they become memories on Facebook every year, and eventually you just cry about it because you're like, what happened?
Well, it goes by fast.
It does.
It does. It really does.
Don't blink. I think there's a song that's about that too. I may or may not have cried to that a few times. But that's besides the point. At the half right now, Frankfort trailing West Lafayette by 1. Leading scorer for Frankfort, Alex Farley. He's got 3 threes in the first half. Really hot shooting night for him. Doug Wood had 6 before picking up his second foul and having to check out. So hopefully that doesn't kill any of his momentum in the second half when he's able to get back out on the floor.
Right. He was doing a great job. Picked up that second foul early in the second quarter, so he had to sit the rest of the quarter. So it'll be good to get him back in there.
As I roll some of the highlights from that first half, Victor Cruz also had 5. Caden Jarman and Quincy Perry with 2 points each. On the other side for West Lafayette, carrying the scoring load was Divine Adianju. He has 9. Leading scorer Donovan Loudermill on the season has 8 there in the first half. Ben Worth chipped in with 6 and 2 points from Michael Lynch off the bench. So 4 Red Devils in the scoring column, 5 for Frankfort.
See Farley there hit one of his threes. Like Sean said, he had three threes in the first half and another one on the way. Got Frankfort off to a great start Great start this evening.
Frankfort's done a really good job keeping West Lafayette to one shot attempt, but that was one of the times where West Lafayette was able to secure an offensive rebound and get some points out of it.
Alex Farley with a good look to Doug Wood. Great pass.
I think what's impressed me the most about the Hot Dogs this year, there's been a lot of high IQ basketball plays, and that's a true testament to Coach Dave McCullough.
Yes, they're very willing to share the ball. They'll certainly pass to the open to get the guy who's open, get the shot.
There's a good block by Perry.
Got his hand in there.
Nice little reverse from Doug Wood. And a hot start for Frankfort. They jumped out to a 14-5 lead. Then they trailed 23-19 at one point.
This is Victor Cruz on his bankboard rim three-pointer.
That's the night where, I don't know if he's old enough, but you go buy a scratch-off ticket and you might be a big winner if those are falling.
That's right.
Tough finish there from Michael Lynch and West Lafayette. Loudermill's really impressed. I mean, he's off the dribble. Got a pretty shot.
Yeah, he really does. He does.
And then this just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah. Frankfort, I thought, really did a pretty good job with him. Here's a good flush by him. As Sean said, he has, Mr. Ananuji has 9 points at half.
He leads West Lafayette in scoring. Definitely has a size advantage inside tonight, 6'6", and Frankfort's tallest guy, and Caden Jarman at 6'4". And really, Jarman's the one, he comes off the bench, so.
Right.
That's one thing that zone can help do for Frankfort, though, is take away some of that height advantage. Again, puppy power going on at halftime here at Frankfort High School.
It's interesting there. You see all the parents or grandparents all lined up on the rail there, getting their pictures with the cameras going on, the phones going on.
Good panning shot of those young ladies out there on the floor. Again, a 1-point game here at the half. Joe, again, trip down memory lane. Here's a pop quiz for you.
Lay it on me.
Your senior year, you had a game-high 33 points. That was the highest single-game output that season by anyone from Frankfort. Do you remember who you did that against?
I do. I do remember that. That was a good evening over at Noblesville High School.
Took it to the Millers.
At that time, when we were talking about too, Noblesville was part of the Sagamore Conference at that time. So that was fun.
The most points ever scored against West Lafayette in a single game? Any idea?
I don't think I got that one.
Gary Good did it on December 8, 1984. He put up 34 points.
34 on the Devils. All right.
It's the Red Devils that night. So there's your Frankfort trivia for the night at halftime. This portion of our halftime brought to us by our friends at Mulberry Telecommunications, where they offer service in Mulberry, Dayton, rural Lafayette, rural Frankfort, Piermont, coming soon to Flora, Bringhurst, Jefferson, and other areas in Clinton, Carroll, and Tippecanoe County. Want to find out if your neighborhood has Mintel fiber? Visit mintel.net to get started. Mulberry Telecommunications, it's the best gig in town. It was Puppy Power Night tonight, so parents brought their kids out, obviously, to be honored here at halftime, and it was Bring Your Wife to Work night for me.
It was great. Yeah, hey.
I wanted to show her how the batter was made, and that's how we're doing it.
Well, sure, absolutely. Bring her back all the time.
I want to thank all of our viewers for tuning into tonight's broadcast and our awesome crew behind the scenes. Wouldn't want to have you anywhere else in the world than right here at beautiful Case Arena watching the Hot Dogs.
That crew, they do a great job with everything. They do fine. Appreciate their hard work. We really do.
We'll take a break here at halftime, and we come back. Third quarter heads your way right here on the ISC Sports Network in cooperation with Hot Dog TV.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact Fiberhawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, iscsportsnetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. Fiberhawk partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact Fiberhawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Knighty. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Knighty. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
We're back at Case Arena, third quarter, set to get started here shortly. Well, it's been an entertaining first half of basketball. It's been a fun back-to-back night getting to call the games with Joe. Last 2 nights, we have a handful of games coming your way. As Frankfort has literally played, they've been road warriors all season.
Yeah, they have. They have a good home schedule here. These 2 this past weekend in February. They got several games at home. So.
11 of their 15 games to start their season have been on the road.
Wow.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Or at a neutral site. And so we get a handful of home games, and we'll be back rocking them for you here from Case Arena. Excited about that. By the way, I told you at the half that Mark Stoops appreciated the shout-out and thought that Joe's 1977 team might be the best team Milholland ever had. Now, that's some big words. So I want to know how much money you put in a Christmas card to send down to Florida.
Mr. Stoops.
You're buttering Stoops up.
I appreciate that, Mr. Stoops. And I told Sean, I knew he was a basketball guru, but I didn't realize just how good he really was.
There you go. There's another replay of that loose ball and fight from a moment ago.
Both teams took care of the ball very well that first half. Only 6 turnovers each team that first half.
You think Coach McCullough's message at the half to the Hot Dogs was he was pleased, just keep playing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I don't know if there's much different you can do with that 6'6" guy in there. Doug Wood, good shot.
Wood is playing some smart basketball tonight. He's got 8. Good interior pass from Cruz as well. We talked about Wood's 2 fouls. Cruz picked up 2 as well, so those 2 were sitting there towards the end of the second.
Good
Fry with a nice pass.
Yeah, good interior passing by the Red Devils there.
Adeyanju's in double figures. He's got 11. I'm going to have that name down pat by the time the game's over.
He's doing very well with that. West Lafayette sticking with the man-to-man as they did the entire first half.
Perry had 2 points in the first quarter. That was his total at halftime as well. He had a nice scoring game earlier in the season against Tri-West where he put up 15. Here's Loudermill on a run out.
Got the steal and a layup.
Loudermill said, how dare you get into double figures out of Yanju before I do, so he joins him.
Absolutely.
Those 2 guys both now with 11 and 10 respectfully. Takeaway, look ahead, Speaker, shot up and can't get it to drop. But he'll earn a trip to the free throw line.
West Lafayette, 2 quick steals on the Hot Dogs. 1 for a layup. Now we get 2 free throws by the Red Devils.
That's the first foul on Russell. We're going to get a timeout here as a discussion. Something else to note, there wasn't a ton of free throws in that first half shot by either team. Only 4 free throws taken in the game, but all of them were for West Lafayette. No free throws from Frankfort so far, and we've played 19 minutes of basketball.
We have. I think one of the coaches on the Frankfort sideline ought to make sure the officials are aware of that. not that it would do much good, but you should say, hey, Mr. Official, Frankfort, we're got the white shirts on tonight. We're the home team. We'd like to shoot a few free throws tonight, please.
They might send you down there because I saw your name on the all-time free throws made list as well.
There you go.
For Frankfort High School, so.
There you go. Those free throws were nice. You didn't have to make much of a move for the free throw. You just stepped up there and took a whack at it.
It's one area where the game, and it's across all levels of sports, not just high school. I'm not picking on these young men out on the floor today, but free throw shooting seems to be down. It's almost, the mid-range game is kind of a lost art.
Yes.
And I don't know that people practice free throws as much anymore or are dialed in.
I don't. My personal opinion, and I know you got to be strong, physically fit to play this game, but I think a lot of the kids anymore spend as much or more time in the weight room than they do just shooting the basketball.
Down low, Russell.
Good move.
Gets in the scoring column.
Good move with Russell. Good back door.
Frankfort trails by 3. Loudermill, cross court. Worth tries to drop it off. Adeyanju with a strong move, but Cruz right there met him at the summit.
Contested the layup. Made him miss. Good rebound, Frankfort.
Cruz tries to put it on the deck. He had 5 in the first half. Finds Wood. Wood in the lane. No. Loose ball taken away by that's Jackson Fry, number 11.
Good steal by Farley.
Farley had those 3 threes. Slips off one here. Couldn't find any opening to get the shot off. Cruz will let one fly. And why not?
Why not? Cruz second 3 tonight. Ties it up. Good shot, Victor Cruz. That's why I said Frankfort's got some players with excellent looking jump shots.
He's a 50% three-point shooter on the season. Loudermill tries to answer and cannot. Wood secures it. Frankfort with an opportunity to regain the lead. $31-all here in the third quarter. Cruz has it knocked away momentarily. Recovered. Russell looks to penetrate. Frankfort very patient on this offensive possession. Farley, shot up. Boy, he's on a roll tonight.
Jump shot's looking good for Alex Farley. That's his 11th point, getting into double digits.
Farley's career high came against Twin Lakes, where he had 18 points in that contest. Averages right around 7 points per game. Well above that tonight. Adianju with another bucket.
Tough break there. Frankfort had their hands on that. Looked like they were going to get a takeaway. Ended up with Adianju 2 points.
Farley again.
He's feeling it.
4 3-pointers in the game for Alex Farley. Frankfort up by 3. This one knocked out of bounds, and Frankfort basketball.
Doug Wood getting a workout underneath there. Here, we get to take a look at one of Farley's. Here's 3 points tonight. He is shooting it well tonight. I think the Frankfort would do well maybe to try to get a few screens for Alex, get him some open looks.
Farley with a quick trigger. I want to thank the fans that are watching us on ISC TV tonight. They'll be with us till around 9:30 or so. This foul on the floor.
Kind of on the run back here, Alex, about that time he made that pass, he kind of slipped. Speaking of Alex Farley, he's kind of limping around out there trying to walk it off.
Is it an ankle?
I don't know if he's going to get that kink at where the coach is talking to him from the bench and sitting down and saying, "Are you doing all right?"
He's not even looking at him. He's not coming out.
Wow, he looking a little gimpy.
Wood will look to penetrate. Gets it to Perry. Perry, free throw line jumper. No. Adianju on the rebound. Loudermill looks to push. Perry hustles back. This is as aggressive defensively as I've seen Quincy Perry.
Good looks hands good by Cruz. Doggone it.
Tried to force the pass ahead for Russell. It's a turnover.
Got the turnover and turned it over right back.
Loudermill trying to find some real estate from the corner. Good job defensively by the Hot Dogs. Speakers 3, no. Adianju leaves it short, but thought he had the follow.
Good. Tough luck there for Adianju. He had some good looks. That ball roll. He's kind of running down the court in his hands like, holy cow, what happened? I couldn't get it in.
9 points in the first half, 4 here in the third quarter. He's got 13 overall, and now we're going to get an offensive foul against Victor Cruz. And he said something to the official, so hopefully he doesn't say anything else, because the official is looking back like.
Yeah, he's looking at him. Third foul on Victor.
In Victor's defense, he's got a tough assignment tonight.
He really does. He had a tough assignment last night. He was playing that 6'4", 6'5" guy from Crawfordsville, and he gets Adianju to here tonight, so he's getting a workout. Coach McCullough talking to him and standing as they're coming off the floor.
Rumbakis down the lane, Perry there on the steal. Good look, Jarman's open, gets the bucket.
Good job, Alex Farley. Jarman getting his second bucket of the evening.
Another assist for Farley. We told you last night he had 8 games coming in with 5+ assists.
Quincy Perry, once again, as you mentioned, getting the hands in a lot of passing lanes tonight, doing an excellent job for the defense for the Dogs.
He's been aggressive. The game started out kind of physical, and he got pinballed around a few times, and I think it woke him up. He's like, okay,
yeah,
I don't have the pads on any football season anymore, but we'll play.
Yeah.
There's another loose ball Perry involved in. Adianju. Not going to miss that one. That was point blank range. 15 tonight for Divine. It's my partner Joe affectionately calls DA tonight.
The DA. I think that's an easy one. We'll like that. Dogs looking for the last shot here. 3-point lead with 14 seconds to go for the end of the third.
Russell with it. Penetrate down the lane. Blocked. Farther. Yeah. That's Jarman. Jarman throws up a prayer in nice little English.
Answered. Here we go. He's got the rebound, falling down, take a little flip, bank, and
why not? The Hot Dogs will take a 5-point lead to the fourth. We'll step aside. We'll be back. More basketball right after this.
Offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, as the first
Bill Smith then tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line?
Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
Welcome you back to Case Arena. Start of the fourth quarter. Here on the ISC Sports Network in cooperation with Hot Dog TV. It's a great time to talk about the ISC Sports Network. You can stay connected all season long by downloading the ISC Sports Network app from your favorite app store. Watch all the games live or from the archives. The ISC Sports Network. Local lives here. Tonight's broadcast, a partnership between Hot Dog TV Network and the ISC Sports Network. And again, we want to give a big shout out to our student crew. Make sure you check out their YouTube page where you can find live games. You can find archive content. 5-point lead for Frankfort, and they look to maybe hold the ball and be patient.
West Lafayette came out. It looked like they started out in the zone, and Frankfort said, well, hey, then we're just going to kind of hold it out here for a while. And coach stood up for West Lafayette and said, okay, back to a man-to-man.
Perry shot off the right side of the rim, rebounded by Loudermill. Quickly up the floor. Looking for a teammate. 3 from the corner. No, Adianju there.
Yeah.
He just has the size Frankfort can't match tonight.
Right there, side by side. No way he's going to get that rebound. Ananuju, another 2-pointer for him.
Cruz down the lane. Rumbakis almost took it away. Perry loses it there. A little bit of contact, no whistle. Three on the way from Worth. That is a huge shot. He knocked down 2 in the first quarter. He's got his third tonight.
Yeah, his 3-pointers have all been big. Seem to come at very opportune times for the Red Devils, tied up at 40 now. Frankfort had turned a 1-point halftime deficit into a 5-point lead coming in this quarter, but we're all even.
Coach said that Worth is the only freshman to play, and you can see why.
Yeah.
He's got a good-looking shot.
Good stroke, and seems very poised.
Nice IQ for a freshman. Usually you have those hills and valleys with younger players, and I haven't seen the valleys tonight from him. Russell, no, but Wood right there on the benefit. Can't get it to go either.
Boy, that's a tough one.
Good job by Jarman to keep it alive.
Had a freebie, didn't get her down, Doug Wood. Stay with it. He's going to get a few more opportunities, I'm sure.
Rumbakis in the lane. Fry loses the handle. Russell's going to walk it up now for Frankfort. So we approach 5.5 to go. You'd almost see that one coming, and that's Worth there on the knockaway.
Sean, just a little sidelight here. I noticed Farley went into the locker room. I saw him walk back out. I don't know if he got his ankle taped or what they were taking a look at. I hope he can get back in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's had a nice night. He leads
Yeah.
Frankfort in scoring with 14 points. Russell. Shot up. Nope. Rebounded in there by Jackson Fry. They'll get it to their leading scorer, Loudermill, in the season. Tries to throw a no-look pass, and it's taken away by Frankfort. He had everyone fooled, including who he was throwing it to that time. But careless turnover from Frankfort.
We return the favor.
Coach Van Arsdale wants to talk this one over. So West Lafayette will take a quick timeout. I know we still have about a month to go, but you look ahead at sectional 22. And Frankfort and West Lafayette potentially could be sectional opponents against each other. Other teams in that sectional, Western, Benton Central, Rensselaer Central. All three of those teams that I just named above are at 10 wins or above on the season. You also have Twin Lakes and North Montgomery in that group. So nice sectional, good area teams that all involved in that one.
So that's a 7-team sectional this year for the Dogs?
You are correct.
Got 'em.
For Frankfort, they benefited, they had a ton of sectional championships leading up to the development of class basketball. And since then, Frankfort's had just a few sectional championships, and it's kind of been the reverse on the other side for West Lafayette. They've had quite a few sectional championships since the inception of class basketball. So where it slowed down Frankfort's sectional dominance, it kind of picked up on some of the other teams like West Lafayette. Adianju battling down low, can't get it to go, and another loose ball comes away with it.
Wow.
Jarman fighting inside.
They are letting them play tonight, Sean. I think West Lafayette had opportunity of 2 or 3 calls over the back on Frankfort. Frankfort never got one of those calls.
Jarman definitely committed the foul there at the end, but we have the benefit of replay. The officials do not. It looked like Jarman was fouled a handful of times before he committed one. That shot by Worth off the mark. He hasn't missed very many tonight.
No, he's been dead on. As you mentioned, good-looking freshman player there for the Devils.
It's been a nice night by both of these teams. They've both fallen behind, gone on runs, and both teams have fought back to knot things up here at 40. We saw overtime in the JV game earlier between these two squads. Jarman has it knocked away. Farley back into the game, still a little slow. And there's a scoop shot up and in. That's Worth again.
Right on cue. We talked about how well he's been playing for a freshman.
11 points for the young man. He will climb the scoring list. He continues to do that over 4 years.
Alex Farley back in for the Dogs, but he still has a noticeable limp.
Moving slow on that ankle, and that's one thing Frankfort can ill afford, unfortunately.
I hated to see that for Alex because he was having a great evening shooting the ball.
You know injuries are part of the game, but you're already down.
Exactly.
One gentleman no longer with the team. Your second leading scorer breaks a wrist, and he's out for the rest of the season. Farley's having a nice night. Now he's obviously come up a little bit lame. Frankfort brought up and dressed some of the JV players this evening, just in case, so they had those numbers as Wood gets the bucket here and ties things back up at 42.
Good pass by Vic Cruz. Got in the lane, fed out to Wood for a nice little short jumper. We're tied at 42.
I believe that was the first field goal for Frankfort in the fourth quarter. Comes almost 5 minutes in. Denny Speaker had those 2 free throws earlier, just 2 points, so Frankfort slowed him a little bit tonight.
West Lafayette slowing it down here. Frankfort remaining in the zone.
Talk about the future being bright, though. These West Lafayette Red Devils are young. That 3 off the mark.
Oh, good play. Hassel Cruz, Vic Cruz.
Cruz keeps it.
Great job.
Frankfort's possession here.
Get a look here. The ball about to hit out of bounds off the West Lafayette guy. Hot dog possession. Tied at 42, 2.5 to go in the game.
Returning next year for these Red Devils, for players that we've seen tonight, Rumbakis, just a junior, he'll be back. Benny Speaker, only a sophomore. Ben Worth, a freshman. Jackson Fry, an underclassman. Donovan Loudermill has another year. Wood left that one a little short. Cruz battling. Perry there.
Excellent hot dog work underneath there.
Exciting night of basketball, 44-42.
Can't say enough about the hot dog staying with it on the offensive glass that time.
Under 2 minutes. It's winning time. Loudermill trying to create for his team. Speaker steps into one, and that is a big shot from Benny Speaker.
It was. Good-looking three-pointer by Speaker. His first bucket of the night, had a couple free throws.
Benny with 5. Victor Cruz trying to go to work. He's blocked, but it finally gets fouled down low, and this will be the first free throws of the night.
And that comes with minute 24 in the game. Wow. The Cruz a good percentage on the free throw. These to knock them down. Thank you, Joe. Good job. Got a big one left here, Vic.
Cruz gets the free throw. 45-45. West Lafayette Athletic Director Joel Strode at home tonight. Watching the broadcast, and I wish I would have seen this about an hour ago. I had asked about how to pronounce what I've said is Adiyanju all night long, and it looks like it's Adeyanju is the correct way to say that. So I apologize to our listeners tonight.
I second that. I apologize too.
We're just going to go AD the rest of the way.
No, I knew we should have did that.
Or DA, I'm sorry.
We're with DA. Doggone it.
40 seconds to go in the game. We finally got it right. But we're all knotted up. We may get extra basketball.
I think West Lafayette might be content to take the last shot here, Sean.
West Lafayette took part in an overtime game earlier this season against West Lafayette. That was in the second game of the year. Frankfort has not played in an overtime game. All tied at 45.
Here we go. 10 seconds to go.
See what the Red Devils draw up. They kick out. They're going to get a good look. Worth, the young man, off the mark. Wood fights away. Loudermill shot no good, and we got extra basketball in the JV game. We get extra in varsity. Why not? 45-45. We need extra sessions to decide the winner. We'll take a break. They'll put 4 minutes on the clock, and we'll get rolling as soon as we come back.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, iscsportsnetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
Extra basketball from Case Arena tonight. We need 4 more minutes to decide a winner. Who knows? We may even see it past that. We're not supposed to say those things on the air, but maybe.
Yeah, like you said, hey, the JV went overtime. Here we go. This game as well.
Cruz will jump it up. Down low with DA. Adeyanju. Perry takes the tip for Frankfort.
Good job. Quincy stepped in there. West Lafayette had the tip where they wanted it. He just stepped right in there. Possession, first possession for the Dogs.
Cruz tries to penetrate against Fry. Cut off. Farley out there, but he's definitely moving slow.
Yeah, that ankle's bothering him. Give the man credit, he's trying.
Cruz down on the block, trying to find some room to operate there, and good defense by Jackson Fry. Had some help that came over there from the big fella, but
yeah, it was hard for Vic to get that shot up.
.3 minutes in the extra stanza.
Turnover West Lafayette. Frankfort another possession.
How many steals do you think or loose balls Quincy Perry's come up with tonight? I mean, he's got a handful.
Yeah, he's got his hands on a lot of balls.
Perry drives the kick. Out to Wood. Frankfort very methodical on this possession. Trying to find an open shot. Russell comes away with that one. Knocked away momentarily.
DA had his hand on it, but couldn't quite control it for the Red Devils. Good move, Vic Cruz. That was a good move.
Mid-range jumper. You mentioned that at the top of the telecast. So that may be what Frankfort needs to do tonight is take advantage of kind of the lost art.
Yeah.
They've had some open shots.
He's got a good-looking jump shot in there. Just didn't get that one to go.
Three from the corner. Worth off the mark. Loudermill down the lane. Tried to throw that one back to a teammate.
Hit the rim. Frankfort on a break here.
Cruz knocked down 2 threes. And Adeyanju recognized that right away. A good closeout. Rebounded. Here comes West Lafayette. Over a minute. So far, we're scoreless here in overtime.
With West Lafayette having the ball game tied with here coming down 1 minute, as they did in regulation. At this amount of time in the regulation, they held for one. See what Frankfort wants to do. Don't put any pressure on.
They'll attempt for the takeaway, and neither team near the bonus. Just 3 team fouls in the second half and extra basketball even.
I think if Frankfort's willing to sit back in the zone, West Lafayette will hold to the final shot again. They're just going to stand out there and dribble.
West Lafayette trying to bait Frankfort into a man-to-man matchup, maybe get that mismatch with Adeyanju down low.
Yeah.
Coach McCall seems content to say, hey, we'll go to double overtime if we have to.
And we're going to go.
Well, they say a leopard doesn't change its spots.
I think you're right.
Coach McCall not changing the defense. Steps into a 3. Speaker, no. And that knocked out of bounds out of Perry's hands. And looks like the official's going to rule that Doug Wood knocked that out of Perry's hands and not Adeyanju, who was also in the mix. But we're going to get a timeout here as both teams will talk it over. And that ball is off of number 5.
Yeah, that's. I'd like to have another replay of that. Of course, officials can't see that. Here we go. Let's off the rim. Frankfort's there first. Hands coming and knocked out by West Lafayette.
That's huge. That's a big call right here late in overtime.
But that was a hard call to do live. But
bang, bang, and no benefit of replay like we have here on the telecast.
Sure, that's for sure. So West Lafayette's going to have the ball underneath their basket. 5.6 to go here in overtime.
West Lafayette plays in the Hoosier Conference. So many teams in that conference now. They got it split into the East and West division. They're on the west side. Makes sense. West Lafayette
Absolutely.
plays in the West division. They're joined by Benton Central, Rensselaer, Central Catholic, Twin Lakes, and then the Red Devils. So far, West Lafayette 0-3 in conference play.
So West Lafayette will be very familiar with a lot of their opponents in the sectional then this year.
They will. And it's tough. I mean, it's tough to beat a team twice in a season.
Yes, it is.
And West Lafayette's going to have seen 3 of their opponents twice very quickly, as they have Central Catholic
Here we go.
coming up pretty soon.
I think they'll try to lob. No, they did not. Went out.
5 seconds. Loudermill passes off to Speaker. Speaker lets it fly to win. Off the mark. Double overtime. Why not? It's the game that never ends.
It's a good one. Hey, neither team with a point in overtime, but we're going to double overtime. 45-45.
How about that?
Excellent.
Take a break. We'll be right back.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable.
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Double overtime from Case Arena tonight. West Lafayette and Frankfort. Well, it's been very, very entertaining basketball. A lot of fun here.
Not real high scoring, 45-45 going in double overtime, but very entertaining. And Sean, I think how crucial would it be to Frankfort to get a lead so West Lafayette's not willing to hold that ball like they have at the end of regulation and overtime. We got down to about a minute and a half. They held it to the end.
I think that you are correct in that assessment.
We do not want to fall behind.
They look back door. The day and no. Put back, got it.
Yeah, that was a good look. Find DA underneath there for 2 points.
19 points tonight for the 6'6 senior. Knocked away by Loudermill. Got to credit Farley for fighting through tonight. I mean, you can tell he's struggling, but he's doing everything he can to stay on the floor. Had a real nice scoring night before the injury. 14 points for Alex Farley. Just been kind of hobbled and still fighting. Victor Cruz, 3 on the way, no. Adanju skies for the rebound. And here comes Loudermill. Good ball movement by the Red Devils. Frankfort's defense does a good job recovering, though. Couple hot dogs converge for the rebound. Cruz comes away with it.
Yeah, got away with a miss there by West Lafayette. 47-45. West Lafayette, your leader. Frankfort not wanting to go down any more than one basket.
Talked about Coach Dave McCall and his many, many years coaching. I said this stat last night, and it's astounding when you think about it. West Lafayette comes away with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Going back to 1994. Now, he's coached longer than that. He's got 38 seasons under his belt. But going back to 1994, he has had one season where he went 500. He had one season where he was 8-14. But 26 other years out of those 28 winning seasons for Coach McCullough. 621 career wins to only 272 now career losses.
That's an impressive stat. That really is.
Amazing. Dave McCall has forgotten more about basketball than I've ever learned. Guarantee that.
Me as well. Me as well, yeah. So, well, timeout here with 47-45. Hot Dogs trailing 2 points, 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Sean, I don't know. Frankfort's going to have to put a little pressure on the West Lafayette because I think they would hold the ball till the end of the game. Be interesting to see if Frankfort comes out right away after them or if they're willing to sit back for a little time, let some more of the time go off, or what we'll do here. We'll find out shortly.
So not a lot of stoppage tonight in way of fouls, and only 3 team fouls on both teams.
And Frankfort, they have stayed in that zone because a lot of times Coach McCullough likes to go man-to-man zone. He goes back and forth in a game. Frankfort has been solely in that zone tonight. And that's due to DA number 5, the big fella underneath for West Lafayette. He would be a very tough matchup man-to-man.
West Lafayette had a player hobbled earlier, and Jack Montez, when he went out, he has not come back. And I just saw after the huddle there, he kind of hobbled back, hopped to his seat, so he's down with what appeared to be a twisted ankle or high ankle sprain potentially. Cruz applying defense here. You're right, West Lafayette looks ready to kind of run it out, but Frankfort went to man-to-man.
Yeah, they have gone man-to-man, try to keep things moving because West Lafayette, as they kind of are now, running the pattern, trying to keep the ball away from the Hot Dogs.
We get a foul here against Doug Wood. That'll be number 3.
Both teams with fouls to give here before we get to the 1-on-1.
Doug Wood picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, and that is his first foul since.
There have not been many fouls called this game at all, Sean. This is a lot of contact, not many whistles.
Two-point game trapped by Frankfort. You got to think at some point in time, if you can't get the steal, as Wood gets his hands on it. I was going to say you consider fouling.
Well, wow, those officials are just, I thought Doug Wood got fouled twice here, and neither one. Good grief.
Possession will stay with Frankfort. Farley lost his man, sets his feet, knocks it down. What a huge shot from Alex Farley.
Bad ankle on Alex Farley. Good shot. Frankfort up 1 minute to go.
Now a reach from Farley.
Now that you're up 1, we don't need to foul. Frankfort's 15 foul.
Still a few more before you would get into a free throw situation. Look at this one again.
That was a good fake. Got his feet set. Knocked it down.
Loudermill with the basketball for West Lafayette. The Red Devils trailing by 1. Adeyanju.
Oh, didn't.
Contact, no foul called, no traveling, no nothing. Really letting them play through.
Holy moly. Well, Dogs down 1, need to play.
They call it a man's game for a reason.
Watch this. Could have got a charge, and I don't know why that was not a travel. Holy cow. But it was not. The man with the whistle said, no.
Right on.
Yeah, not this time.
49-48 your score. Timeout taken on the floor. Back and forth battle tonight. Great night. Good turnout here at Frankfort High School.
So, Sean, put your coach's hat on here for a minute. Coach McCullough, first good shot, kind of hold it towards the end.
I think first good shot, and if it's me, I'm getting Doug Wood on the perimeter away from the bucket. I'm getting Adeyanju away from.
Best you can.
Get him out of the paint and see if you can't get Cruz down low.
West Lafayette has played man-to-man all night. I don't know if they've played much zone or not. It'd be an interesting call by West Lafayette here to come back, set up in a zone.
No, Farley's hobbled, but if you could get him on the weak side of the floor potentially,
yes,
and overload the ball side and then find him on a ball reversal, that could be an opportunity here as well.
Here we come. We'll find out real soon.
Yeah, I think if you're Frankfort at home, you got to attack here.
Yeah, I concur.
And you got to play strong because we've seen tonight there's not been a lot of whistles either way.
You can't expect the officials to make any calls here.
Could you imagine a game where a lot of fouls were called when we're already in double overtime? Heads up play by Russell, throws it off a speaker.
Yeah, double overtime game, and a total of 8 fouls in this half. 5 on Frankfort, 3 on West Lafayette.
Farley got open for a minute. Going to set a screen for him. They go inside to Wood. Wood kicks the other side. Farley shot up and good. He got it.
Knocked down. Great pass by Doug Wood. Great pass.
Another 3 from Alex Farley. He's got 20 in the game.
Watch this. Good look by Wood. Farley had his feet set in rhythm. Knocks it down. Good play, Frankfort Hot Dogs.
That's the play I was talking about.
I knew.
You get him on the opposite side of the floor, and you get a reversal, and there he is.
I remember you saying that reversal word. There you go. See, Sean, I set you up perfect for that. I get an assist, do I not?
I'm going to tell everybody that you whispered in my ear on intercom. They didn't hear. You told me what they were going to run. I can't take any credit for that. 2-point lead for Frankfort. Man, what a fun night of basketball here. Saturday night from Frankfort, Indiana. Look at the fans in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Even loving that one.
There we go. Okay. Put another second or so on the clock there. We've got 6.5 to go. West Lafayette going to have the length of the court to go. See if Frankfort will put a little token pressure on here to try to slow it down, or West Lafayette.
We've got our clock matching what's here in the gym now, so West Lafayette's got to go the length of the floor, Joe.
I wonder what they'll do with the big guy. He could almost. Well, he's down. I'm glad to see him down closer to the basket than further back towards West Lafayette basket, because I thought that maybe they might even make a throw to half court to him.
Get it to Loudermill.
Take a turn, make him turn.
Into the lane, shot up and off the glass. And we're going to have a third overtime. Great play there at the end by West Lafayette. They were unable to stop ball. Loudermill with a shot to tie it up. 51 all. 3 overtimes now.
3 overtime.
And in case you're wondering,
the hits just keep coming. I was hoping Frankfort maybe would make him turn one time, but he did not. He got his full head of steam and got all the way down the court for a layup. In 6.5 seconds he did that. So.
And no, you do not get to charge us double tonight, Joe. For the extra basketball. We'll just stay here with you on this one. Why not? 4 more minutes on the clock. I hope that Applebee's stays true to their open late in the neighborhood slogan tonight.
Yeah. Frankfort's done a really good job on Loudermill coming in here tonight. Loudermill had averaging a little over 16 a game. What do you have him down for point-wise tonight, Sean?
That point there gave him 12.
12 tonight, so.
Got 21 for Adeyanju, 12 for Loudermill. Got 11 for Ben Worth. Those are your double-figure scores on that side of the floor. 20 points for Alex Farley leads Frankfort tonight.
Alex hit a couple big threes, and that's overtime. Here we go again.
Same verse, or first verse, same as the first, whatever that saying is.
West Lafayette controls.
Neither team wanted to leave here with a loss tonight. Impressed by both of these squads, the way they've scrapped it out.
Yeah, as the old saying goes, you'd hate to see one of these teams lose this game, but one will.
You play to win the game. I'll quote the great Herm Edwards.
Yep.
Turnover gives the ball back to Frankfort.
Loudermill got around Perry there, but he just lost control. Break for Frankfort. See if we can cash in.
Coach McCall is going to take a timeout, draw something up here. I think he knows, to your point earlier, it's important to try to get a bucket here and get the lead. So that
you don't want to get
stay
down.
out of the man-to-man defense on the other end.
You don't want to get down to West Lafayette. Because they will hold the ball on you. And they've done a good job holding that ball. But Frankfort did get one turnover off of them in the second overtime that led to Frankfort points. So here we go, 51-51, third overtime, 3.5 to go, Sean.
Frankfort, this is their first overtime game of the season. It's fitting. The JV game went to 1 overtime before we got a winner decided. We're in 3 overtimes in the varsity contest. Up next for these West Lafayette Red Devils, they'll have McCutcheon. That comes your way on Tuesday. West Lafayette will travel to McCutcheon to play that. The Mavs in a down year at 5-11. For Frankfort, their next game will be on February 2nd versus Danville. And if I remember correctly, that one will be on your airwaves. We're going to have a handful of Frankfort home games down the stretch here on the ISC Sports Network in cooperation with the students in the Hot Dog TV program. See what Coach McCall drew up here for Frankfort. Wood with it out top, trying to pull and Dayanju away from the bucket. They get it into Perry, loses it. Frankfort recovers. Frankfort trying to be very methodical with this possession. We get a foul on the floor. It's going to be against West Lafayette.
Wow. West Lafayette's 4th team foul in 1 full half and into the 3rd overtime. 14 fouls. Frankfort only has 5. No quick whistles tonight.
The sound of sneakers squeaking on the floor here. John Milhall in court. Cruz with a tough shot, can't get it to go. Asks for the foul. No whistle.
I'm sure there was some contact there, but they are not going to call that.
Coach Van Arsdale now. Substituting offense for defense here. He brings Loudermill back in. Full timeout from the Red Devils. Our officiating crew tonight getting the extra workout. Terry Baker, Mike Harlow, and Steve Hoffman. I will say this, much like a baseball fan would, as long as the strike zone is the strike zone throughout the whole game, I'm fine with whatever you set those parameters to be.
I was going to say, at least the officiating has been consistent. Consistent, no whistles. But it's been consistent. So when you head down the lane, you know what you're going to get.
Letting these men play, these men are letting the boys play tonight, and I can appreciate that.
Right.
Good look at our officials for tonight's contest. Again, at halftime, we had puppy power for you. Most of the youngins have left the stadium. I still see a few shirts running around in the crowd.
Absolutely.
As we're getting closer to my bedtime now. Might even be past it. We come out of the timeout. We'll see what Coach Van Arsdale is drawing up now for West Lafayette.
Will Frankfort go man-to-man, or will they drop back in the zone? They come out in the man-to-man.
Match up defensively. Cruz backs up. He's going to give him some space if he wanted the jumper. Loudermill had a really nice first half. He's been pretty quiet here in the second. moving in the 3 overtimes.
Frankfort has done a nice job on him. To give Loudermill the credit, he was the guy that sent us to the 3rd overtime.
He was there for his team when they called upon him. Adeyanju fouled there, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line. He'll shoot free throws number 4 and 5 for him tonight. 21 points in the game. First free throw attempt is good.
Good looking stroke.
Another look at the contact down low. West Lafayette with a 1-point lead. Second free throw, splash.
Ice water in the veins.
3 for 5 from the line tonight is Adeyanju. Wood gets away from him, puts it up, and boy, it's like there's a lid on the rim tonight for Doug Wood down there on those last couple of shots he's had.
Yeah, that was a good look by Frankfort. We just didn't get the kind home court roll that we needed on that one.
Wood's going to pick up his 4th foul.
7th team foul. West Lafayette be shooting a 1-1. I believe that's the case.
Yeah, 1-on-1 opportunity here. But Adeyanju will have the opportunity to stretch this lead a little further for West Lafayette, potentially make it. I know you could hit a 3 and get fouled, but they still call 4 points a 2-possession game. He misses the first. Wood secures the rebound. Frankfort trails by 2. Russell's got to get it across the timeline and does. You can see the focus they're putting on Farley. They brought in Michael Lynch, and he has just been hounding Farley on that end, but a turnover here.
Yeah.
Created by Rumbakis and others.
I'll give West Lafayette credit. They turned up the heat there on the man-to-man, got the turnover that they were looking for.
Van Arsdale has done that on the last few possessions. He's substituted in Nico Rumbakis and Michael Lynch, and they are bringing some defensive intensity for West Lafayette. After the turnover, they sub back in, get their offensive squad back on the floor. Worth out to Loudermill. 1 minute. Down the lane, thought about it. No, Perry with the steal.
Good defense, Frankfort.
Frankfort with a chance to tie or take the lead. 45 seconds on the clock. And Frankfort will take a timeout and draw something up.
Almost hated to see Frankfort take a timeout there. That gets your 2 defensive specialists in for West Lafayette.
That whiteboard tonight for both coaches is getting a workout.
Yes, that's right.
This might be one of those nights where you've drawn on it so much you actually have to go take the cleaner to it afterwards, right?
May need a new one.
Just the regular eraser doesn't work.
Yeah, may need a new one after this night, yeah.
53 to 51, 2-point game. And I want to give a shout out to our band and orchestra here at Frankfort. 35 individuals from the band and orchestra qualified for the state solo ensemble earlier. Today they also had first round of, well, I shouldn't say the first round, they had sectionals here for wrestling at Frankfort High School. It's kind of the reason for the little bit later start for our telecast, along with the fact that the JV game went into overtime, and we're still here. We're still on the clock, still plugging away in the 3rd overtime. But I'll tell you what, this is one of the more intense games I've seen this year.
Well, win or lose for Frankfort, at least you feel good that they came back strong after their Friday night defeat to Crawfordsville, where they lost by 18 points. They came out with a lot of fire and gumption tonight and looked much better.
I'll tell you, Farley looks pretty clean-shaven down there, except for when Lynch checks in, and then he has a 5 o'clock shadow. He is everywhere Farley goes.
Yeah, he is on him like glue. And Alex
Double dribble called there against Doug Wood.
I was going to say Alex is not able to move a lot. Turnover by the Hot Dogs at a crucial time there.
32 seconds, 33 seconds on the clock, excuse me. Fry looks to inbound, he gets it to Speaker. Frankfort bringing that pressure. Coach Van Arsdale realizing
that was a good timeout. The 10-second clock was ticking. I don't know exactly how far they got along there with that, but
we're about 6 seconds in. There was 33 on the clock when we started. We're at 27 now. But there was a trap.
Yeah,
that was going to be tough to get it across. We approach the 10 o'clock hour. A fun night of basketball Saturday night here in Frankfort, Indiana. Case Arena, where they filmed the movie Blue Chips back in the 90s. Shaquille O'Neal rocking the rims. Joe, you weren't the only one skying high in Case Arena back in the day. We had Penny Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal.
The old IU Hoosier, Matt Nover. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it pains me to watch that movie, and I'm a diehard Indiana fan. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not because Indiana loses last second to an alley-oop and all that. It's that they cast Bobby Hurley as an IU player.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
That did not look right with him with that suit on, did it? No, that was
not at all. I understand. You wanted to cast some basketball players out there, and Bobby Hurley was a good guard for Duke. It's not one of those guys that really cared for it. And then he put on the never mind. It's a whole nother story.
That is.
53-51. West Lafayette fans are probably like, why are we talking about IU anyway? Look at what Purdue's doing this season.
Exactly. West Lafayette got a guy on a breakaway, but he pulled it out.
Very smart play.
Gonna have to foul.
Worth. Ben Worth's going to hold it. He'll draw the foul here, and Ben is an 83% free throw shooter on the season. So you saw him when he caught it. He wasn't giving it up. He knew.
Yeah. I think his instructions were, if you get the ball, hang tight.
Rumbakis and Lynch both come back in. Their defensive abilities. Coach McCullough going to take a timeout just to discuss the possibilities here, what this final play could be. You try to ice Worth, but if he knocks down both, it's a 4-point game. You got to have
It's going to be a tough
know what you're
one.
doing there.
Both teams with one more timeout left in this triple overtime.
You really got to have a few plays drawn up here, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
you
if he makes the first, misses the second, you got to have what you want to do there because it's a 3-point game. He misses the first on this 1-and-1. It's a 2-point game, so you got options.
Right.
He makes both, and you got to score as quick as you can, and then foul right away.
You got to get the ball and go, and that's a tough one too because you got DA underneath the basket there for West Lafayette. You just can't drive all the way in there because that's not going to work.
No.
So.
And we saw earlier they had a 6'8" sophomore on the JV team. They got height coming up behind them.
They do. They do.
West Lafayette definitely gifted with some young players. Coach Van Arsdale, last year just 5-19. He's 6-9 this year, but you can see this is a team growing, gelling, playing together. I was going to say he's got a great assistant coaching staff, and then I looked down there and saw Eric Ulrich. And, I'm just kidding. I love Eric. Eric was a basketball coach and athletic director at Clinton Prairie, friend of the program in the early days of MTC Sports Productions. It became the ISC Sports Network. Now he's an assistant coach here at West Lafayette, and I believe an assistant principal or dean of students. Worth, the freshman, ice in his veins.
It's impressive.
12 points tonight for the freshman.
This is the big one.
This shot could close things out. It rattles in.
Good roll for the Red Devils.
Now with Farley a little bit hobbled, trying to get to the basketball, and Lynch with the takeaway. Rumbakis fouled. And after 3 overtimes, it does look like West Lafayette may pull this out here.
That was another case of Alex. His ankles has slowed him down. He wasn't able to push off and head toward that basketball, so West Lafayette got the takeaway.
Coach Van Arsdale telling his team they back them all off the free throw line, don't foul. Hats off to these Red Devils. They played a great game here tonight. Like the way Frankfort is scrapped, undermanned.
Yeah.
Looked a lot better in night 2, trying to figure out this rotation and the cast that they have on the floor. And who knows, when we see them next week, we may have another supporting cast. I know Farley limped his way through the end of this one, but man,
yeah,
he gets home and takes that shoe off. That ankle's probably going to blow up on him a little more.
Yeah, that's going to be sore for a few days. No doubt about that. And Frankfort comes back. Their next game is this coming Thursday, I believe, against Danville.
As you look ahead for them, Sagamore Conference matchups with Danville and North Montgomery. Then they play Carroll. They'll go to Southmont to finish out conference play. Hard to believe we're only a month left in the season. They will not count the last bucket from Victor Cruz, but it would have given him his third 3 on the night. 57-51, your final here from Case Arena. Joe, your final thoughts as we wrap this
Hot
one.
Dogs, much better effort tonight. Played very, very well. Go into triple overtime with West Lafayette, who played, I thought, very well tonight. The Red Devils did. And just came up a bit short, but much improved from the Friday night effort. So things are looking favorable for the Hot Dogs, I hope, going forward.
23 points tonight for Divine Adeyanju. Ben Worth had 13 as well. 12 points for Donovan Loudermill for West Lafayette. On the other side, Alex Farley led the way for the Hot Dogs with 20. It's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. I want to thank all the students behind the scene at Hot Dog TV. For my counterpart, Joe Rook, I'm Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in tonight on the ISC Sports Network. Make sure you check out our schedule online at iscsportsnetwork.com and join us for our next telecast. It's going to do it. 57-51, West Lafayette defeats Frankfort.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.